Now, from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Try and run it here with Warren. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's fourth down. The return man can only make a fair catch, and it is at about the 8-yard line. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A good spot here, second and a yard. On the bootleg, it's Williams. This one complete right side. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A big-time play for the Bears. And even 30 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Here's first and 10. They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you owe. Ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bears call out their field goal team. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. Open down the field is Mayer, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. They get 12 yards on that pass, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Here's Warren. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Come a little closer. Here's second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So backed up now to the 8-yard line. It's third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Williams. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter. But that was their third attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll get this forward to about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Tory Taylor to punt for Chicago. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Mahomes now to throw. is going to go down. They sack him to end the first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Chiefs on top. We're back to Soldier Field after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Mahomes. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. That is brought in. And he's gonna take this one all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Bears nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
I'll give on the ground. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Now a run on 1st down. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Williams. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. To throw is Williams. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll start this on the ground with Warren, and he'll get about 5. Slot man in motion right. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Third and a yard. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. On 3rd down, they go with Warren. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down, up past the 40-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A run up the middle with Warren. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this. Second and 11. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A tight end in motion now. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, KC. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he will score. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. That's Jalen Thompson up from his safety spot to bring him down. So we reach halftime, and the visitors, the Chiefs, out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, 2nd half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. First and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. That one complete to Moore. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
It's first down, and they'll run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Cole Komet, touchdown Bears.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Play action here. Mahomes. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to hit another good one. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Here's 1st and 10. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. Open man, left side, he's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
3rd and inches, you're thinking the tight ends are on the field to block for the back or the quarterback, but not here. Nice setup here, playing to the tendencies of their offense, and they come away with a nice completion.
To the ground, a first down run. Down the sideline to the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chicago. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up 7th and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, KC.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
A carry here for Brown. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick, and that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And the score remains level. This drive will start on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
Handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Williams. Got his man, that's Grant. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Crazy. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Bears go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They go play action with Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Now Brown. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll try and run it here with Warren. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Chiefs' first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
We could go back and forth about the play call, Mike, but what we can't argue about is the result of the play. I think that run caught them a little bit off guard. I mean, I think it caught us off guard. But that surprise is what gave them just enough space to convert on that 4th down.
Motion man is Rice. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Got his man at the 6. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's got his big tight end, Michael Mayer. Touchdown, Kansas City. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And no chance to return. through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down, 8 for the first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a big one, this third down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
Yeah, a shot there to take the lead with that big play. He's got an open receiver. He just needs to put it on him. And here in the 4th quarter, those critical plays mean that much more. And you just can't afford to miss open targets, especially downfield like that.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. Brown. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, Mahomes. That ball intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The tight end, Kmet, is on the move. They'll keep it on the ground. Finding space at the 15. And he will score again. Touchdown, Chicago. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. And making a hat trick, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here's 1st down. To throw is Mahomes. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll be 2nd down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. This is caught down that right sideline. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run here. And that'll be a pickup of 3. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. Second and 7. They send him right out of the slot. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. One last shot now for Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.